Yeah, a lot of times Christians don't understand that our criticisms, our pleas aren't because we want them to stop believing in a God or we want them to stop believing in faith or spirituality or whatever. Our focus is, hey, okay, be a Christian, but be a better version of it, right? Like, stop endorsing the version of Christianity that is pushing forward all this hate into our society and that is trying to conquer society and turn it into this oppressive theocracy. Just stop participating in that. If you can find a way to keep your Jesus and not be part of something that's trying to oppress people in the name of Jesus, more power to you, right? Then we can have separate discussions about maybe what we don't agree with about that. But just do better, right? You don't have to necessarily get rid of God in order to jive with what we're saying here.
I think that in the end you do actually need to get rid of God. You know, at the end you need to make your peace with you need to make your peace with if you need to make your peace with the fact that the God of the Bible does say in the Bible some pretty horrific things
Sure.
about the way people should need to, the proper way people should engage with one another and should regard the universe. I
Right.
mean, if it's like, there's so many debates about a flat Earth, for example, or for a geocentric model of the universe, or something like this, and you've got to ask yourself, why on earth are you hewing to these notions that are patently false
Right. So
in
what
the
would
interest of upholding beliefs that have no basis
right.
in just are not demonstrably true.
Right. Right.
The way people relate to the numinous, the way people relate to that sense of wonder that I was speaking about at the very end of the very end of the stream, that's important because it is part of our nature, right? It's part of human nature to be just gobsmacked at the glorious complexity of the universe. And to me, that sense of wonder is the beginning of creativity in trying to pursue a way of understanding it beyond making up a nice story about it.
Mm. Sure.
Which is why when you talk about people who will insist that, oh well, there's something wrong with relativity. Well, we know there's something wrong with relativity because it's not complete. We don't understand how is it possible for space-time to, for a smooth system to interact with an essentially chaotic one. And this is the nature of the conflict between general relativity and quantum mechanics. It's like, well, there you go. It's these two things do not mesh well. And they don't, but they both describe a piece of reality exceptionally well.
Yeah.
It's, general relativity describes the way the way space-time operates, the nature of things, exceptionally well. Quantum mechanics describes the way the tiniest bits of matter work exceptionally well, but they're fundamentally incongruent with each other. Sure. And it's not a problem until you get into a situation where the two things are occupying the same piece of space-time simultaneously. Mm-hmm. So we don't know. But is that a reason to say, well, a magical pixie made it work this way, so let's stop thinking about it? Mm-hmm. To me, the wonder is in trying to move past that and continuing to inquire. And one of the things to wonder about and express and one of the pieces of the feeling of the universe of the numinous is our capacity to do that. It may be beyond our capacity. Some things may be beyond our capacity to do. We're just not smart enough.
Right.
But why on earth should we give up and invent something that is comfortable for our immediate capacity, that will preclude further investigation, that could open up vast worlds? Because if we stop with the geocentric universe, we don't know how the world really is. We're telling ourselves a story that's telling us wrong things. So yeah, I do think that eventually, I do think that eventually the God thing needs to be put into the category of, well, that's a very nice story, but how does it really work? And if in fact somehow or another the magical pixie gets proven in some way or another, well, oh wait, here's the magical pixie. We found the teapot. We found that teapot. That teapot is in fact there, going around Jupiter.
Right.
Well, then okay, then I'll believe in the damn teapot, but don't make up the teapot first. Expect me to believe in that, and with no reason to believe that it is there in the first place. It shows up, great. Till then, count me out.